What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we've got an absolutely massive video for opening shards up. We are hitting up these ancient shards on this ×2 weekend, and we are going through somewhere in the region of about 200 shards across multiple people's accounts. Now, I've got to be honest, there are some spicy pulls in this, and there's some people that are half paid the tax. So let's stick around, see who gets lucky, and see who really don't. Right then, boys and girls, on our first account, we have got 75 ancients to open on the ×2, so 1%. I don't know where we're at on this mercy system, but with 75, we and a half got a good chance to hit something. We've got the silver, we've got the space, just about. And we are going to be cracking into this 10 at a time, because we've got a fair few accounts to go through. So 75 coming up. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. It's not what we want to see. Oh, no. What? 10 bits of food. That's not the way we wanted to start this off. But maybe that's going to make our back end even stronger. You never know. This is like leg day in the gym. You know what I mean? Got to build that foundation up. Come on. Another 10. At least want to stop and talk about A champions. Zagala's pretty sweet. Okay, lots of food, and we got Zagala. Zagala is pretty sweet without a shadow of a doubt. Accuracy increase in all battles. Attacks all enemies 2 times after the first hit. Has a 50% chance of placing a 60% decreased defense, and then attacks again. This is crack armor. This is also really, really good. That I believe she has a passive that if she kills an enemy, it also it's crack armor on her A2. So attacks when an enemy, instantly activates crack armor again if this target is killed by the attack. So she can basically start hitting super hard. And she's a really good, really good Orc Rare champion, Epic champion. So not bad at all. Let's crack on, baby. And she's the Orc from the ad, you know, like everyone knows Zagala. You know. All right, coming in with another 10. Let's go. Food. Come on. Hang on. We're gonna back out. We're gonna shake it off. Just shake this off, man. All right, we're good. Feeling good. Feeling lucky. Let's do it. Just have to shake it off. Shake that negative energy off. There we go. We crack it. Out off the blood soaked 4-star food instead. Maeve. There we go. Right. We got. All of a sudden, we got some epics out of that. We just had to shake off that bad luck. We're definitely going to be finishing strong. Boreth the Bloodstoked. Meh. Looks pretty cool. It's got an interesting kit, but to be honest, very rarely see him used. In all fairness, Zelatar, fairly similar. There's no one here that's really got much. Decent support champions, really. Maeve, if I remember rightly, requires an absolute library. She doesn't actually, but she's not all that great. Very middle of the road epics. Let's crack on again. Come on. Food. Here we go. Grimskin. Crypt Witch. I have to shake off this bad luck again. Decreased speed buff on his A1. Pretty decent for faction wars. Provoke as well, but only it's a 1 turn, 1 enemy provoke, so it's not really that great. And removes the buffs, which is pretty decent, but honestly, we're struggling here to find good. We've got 25 more to go. We're gonna back out. Let's do it, baby. Let's do it. This is where we're gonna see some gold. Hope. Elhain, Slayer. Food. God damn it, this is some bad luck. Oh, Death over there paying the tax. We're not even going to stop and look at Hope. She's all right. She's faction wars decent, but Juliana, decent poisoner. Catacomb Counselor, decent for ally attack. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Right, what we were obviously doing was saving the last 5 for when we pull them one at a time for the screen to go gold is obviously what we were trying to do, right? Because obviously that the screen goes gold is better than just seeing gold pop up on a ×10, right? That's what I'm thinking. That's a funny shade of gold. Let's move on from him. Sharpish. Purple. Oh, okay. Okay. Hotatsu, Shadowkin, epic. Increase ally defense in all battles by 25%. His passive unlocks at Ascension level 3, removes 1 random debuff from this champion at the start of each turn. Will remove stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, and provoke debuffs before any other debuff. So he'll actually try and make sure he gets a go before that. So for Faction Wars, he's going to be looking pretty damn solid. Places a 60% increased defense buff on all allies and a continuous heal buff on all allies for 1 turn. A sort of 3-turn cooldown once booked. Attacks all enemies, has a 50% chance of placing a decreased attack. Once booked, that goes up to 80% on a 3-turn cooldown. And then attacks 1 enemy, 40% chance of placing leech debuff for 2 turns. Damage based on defense, so he is a defense-based champion. However, this needs an awful lot of books. An awful lot of books. But as far as support goes, especially if you're looking at Shadowkin Faction Wars, it's going to be pretty solid, right? 3 more, let's go. See this gold. See this gold. Frozen Baton. She's a legendary poisoner, right? I've got to claim something. She's a legendary poisoner. Let's go. Woad painted, honestly, she's like one of them uncommon epics, you know, like she's purple, but she's not really, is she? Oh! Oh! And for our last one, we get a farmable spirit host. Has death paid the tax for the rest of the pools? Let's find out. So next up in this opening is 42 shards for free-to-play Dell, otherwise known as Duchess Dell. Now, you may remember, Luke, from other openings of how many Duchesses do I need? And, damn it, I've got absolutely every single Lego in the game. That's how lucky free-to-play Dell Boy is. So, I don't know what we can actually do to improve this account or what we're looking for, but let's hope he pays the tax for everyone else going forward. I think the big one for you would be like a Valk, wouldn't it? Let's go, baby. Starting at 10, Tormentor, Anointed, Athel, Ursine Ice Crusher, Hospitality, Flinger, Banshee, Greybeard, Soulbound Bowier, and Jotan. Not the worst start, not the best start. We're going to move on from them. Ursine Ice Crusher's really good in Faction Wars. Jotan, still yet to really find a use for anywhere.
_V1 just subscribed.
Jesuit, thank you very much for that continued support, dude. Absolute legend. Grimskin, Allure, Hexia. There we see our first gold for Astrolon. Oh, mate, it's going to be a dupe. It's going to be a dupe. Astrolon coming in there. Obviously a fairly recent fusion, but to be fair, with the amount of fusions that we've had recently, everyone's a fairly recent fusion. Fills the champion 3% every time an ally is hit, decreasing incoming damage by 25% if the attacker's high, if this attacker's attack is lower than this champion's. Removes all buffs from targets under Veil or Perfect Veil buffs, then places a weakened debuff on enemies who have a Veil or Perfect Veil buff removes, then attacks all enemies. Basically your Duchess counter. Attacks one enemy, will ignore defense, strengthen ally protection debuffs, and all that type of stuff. Revives a random ally with 40% and places a shield buff on them equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if this attack kills an enemy, and also places a shield buff on this champion equal to 20% of their max HP for 2 turns if the attack kills an enemy. There's an awful lot to this guy. He's a really big nuke, and he teams up incredibly well with Countess Lix. So a very good champion. Hexia Grimskin, we can type of Overlook, and a Law, probably one of the best epics in the game. So not a bad 10 there. Not a bad 10 there at all. Right. We're going to see more gold here. We're going to see more gold here. We're going to see more gold. We're going to see more gold. We're going to see more gold. Thank you very much. And Helior drops into the fold. The Banner Lords. He's one of the brand new champions recently released in this patch. Increase ally resist in all battles by 60. He's got a passive that unlocks at Ascension level 3. Whenever an ally that has 2 or more debuffs is attacked, this champion will absorb 30% of that damage inflicted on that ally. Transfers all debuffs from all allies to a target enemy, then attacks that enemy with his default skill. Converts this champion's resistance into additional accuracy when using this skill, which is absolutely bloody crazy. His A1, which is going to be his basically attacks him with, is attacks one enemy, increases this champion's defense by 5% if this attack is critical, and that can stack up to 20% over the course of the rounds. Will also heal this champion by 75% of their defense after attacking if their defense has already been increased by 20%. So basically, every time you attack 4 times over the course of a round, including ally attacks and anything that's going to use his basic, is going to increase his defense. After that, he's going to heal himself by 75% of his defense, and he's going to turn that into health after he's already done. So pretty big there. Attacks all enemies, places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 20% of the damage inflicted, and that's on a 3-turn cooldown. He's a pretty big champion for the Bannerlords faction, and his shield is bloody awesome. Oh, Duchess Dell, free-to-play Dell strikes again. Let's go up with the next times 10. Food. Pitless one, decent. Wanderer, woad painted. Oh, it's not gold this time. It's not gold this time. Must have been a mistake. Pitless one, decent for faction wars. Woad painted, ignore entirely. Decent food. And then the last 2. Let's go. So not only did we get the mercy, not only did we get the pity, we also pulled one immediately after. So now he's about 12 into his pity system. Oh, I thought that was going to go gold there. Rip up, we can totally ignore. Let's see how high he is in the tournament, and then see if we're going to pop them sacreds to see if we want to pull them books out and all. Let's have a little look. Pretty bloody close, man. Your points haven't been updated yet, but you must be pretty close. What's that, like 4,000 at that point? Let's see if they when they get updated. What's up, Dan? How we doing? Do I still play MSF? I don't, dude. No, Toogle. No, I don't, mate. Sorry, guys. We're filming a video, so I'm trying to just stay focused on the video, so we can upload it, basically. I don't know why that's taking so long to update. Because we're definitely higher than that. May I ask why you stopped playing MSF? Got too expensive and I weren't having much fun, dude. Pop the sacreds, all good. Still not updated. I don't know. Okay, cool. Don't have to tell me twice to open some shards, baby. So cracking into it to top this, and this one was a pretty decent opening. We are actually going to open all 4 sacreds for free-to-play Del Boy and all, and see if we can get yet another bloody Lego. Yay. Let's go. Coming in there with the first one. We're going to be coming in there with Canoness Sacred Order. Not much to write home about. We can move off that fairly sharpish. Moving on to the next one. Oh, dear. Who the hell are you? Armenia. Okay, unlocks Ascension level 3. Her passive fills this champion turn meter by 10% each time an enemy receives a stun debuff. Interesting. Decrease the turn meter of all enemies by 20%. Has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff on for 1 turn on enemies who have their turn meters fully depleted. That books up to 100% and on a 3-turn cooldown. That's actually pretty big there. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing the decreased defense debuff, the big version, and steals 7.5% of the turn meter from targets already under decreased defense. Interesting enough, she's an attack-based champion. Then we move on to attack one enemy, 35% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, damage based on attack. Okay, right, final 2. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Oh, it's gold! And it's a duplicate Lord Shazar. Lord Shazar with the best speed lead in the arena at 32%. Places bombs on a 1 turn if they're critical. Increase attack, block debuffs on his A2, and attacks the enemy 3 times, damage increase by 15% for each debuff on the target. Pretty big champion, if you ask me. I've got a lot of time for Lord Shazar. And last but not least, it is... I thought it was going to be gold again, I've got to be honest with you. Oh, Ugo. Ugo, really, really interesting kit. You see him in a lot of high-level arena teams. Places a 30% increased speed buff and block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn whenever this champion's last living ally is killed. Removes all heal reduction debuffs from all allies, then removes 1 random debuff from all allies, then heals all allies by 20% of this champion's max HP. If all allies are dead, revives them with 50% HP, then fills their turn meter by 50% instead. Attacks all enemies, has a 100% chance once booked of placing the big version decreased defense, block buffs, and yeah, he's a big champion with a leech on his A1 as well. So, moving on. Right then, to continue our opening, boys and girls, we have got 57 on Korsakov's account. Now, you may remember Korsakov's account, but when he got ridiculously lucky and out of 14 Void Shards, he managed to get 3, yes, 3 bloody legendaries. So, we're not going to be messing around. Let's get straight into it. Coming up with a big bad 10. No, food. Rain Beast is actually pretty solid in some circumstances. Not the worst of champions. He was actually at ×2 not too long ago. Life Taker, one of the newer Shadowkin. And that's about it, really. The rest of them, absolutely rubbish. Let's go again. Come on, baby. Metal Shaper, absolutely clutch if you're struggling with Scarab. That was not a good 10. That was not a good 10. It was not a good 10 at all. But he's absolutely clutch. 2-turn shield on a 2-turn cooldown. Really, really solid. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Oh, epic straight away. Ereness, Poisoner. Not the best of Poisoners. That was terrible. That was absolutely atrocious. Right, you know what we've got to do? We've got to back out. We've got to shake it off, loosen up a little bit. Ereness is decent enough Poisoner for Clan Boss, but there's a lot better out there. Paying that taxes, Corsa. Come on, this is the one. I feel it in me jellies. I feel it coming up. It's going to be about there. On the next one, obviously. That was atrocious. Skull Crusher, though, counter attacker. Really, really solid for early days Clan Boss. Let's go again. Not even many epics coming up. Is that your first counter attacker? Dude, that's huge for you. That is absolutely huge. If that's your first counter attacker, that is massive. That is a really big pull then. Well, all right, but Dark Elhain is proven to be an absolute beast in Doom Tower. Some of the rooms there, really, really essential. Marauder is one of the Shadowkin rares. Might be needed for Faction Wars fairly up, but right, we haven't seen gold yet. We've seen a lot of paying the tax. Lot of paying the tax. Ironclad will just move away from that sharpish. Sharpish. All right, Zargala. Really, really solid pull. Increase accuracy on all. Crack armor attacks enemies twice. Second hit puts a 60% decreased defense down. A2 on her A2. If she kills someone with the A2, it activates crack armor as well. And she's got a weakener on her A1. She's actually a really, really, really solid champion. Doom Priest. Everybody needs a Doom Priest, baby. Everybody needs a Doom Priest. Passive heal, 7.5% of their HP, and removes a random debuff. An increased attack on the A2, and an increased crit rate on a random ally on the A1. Everyone needs a Doom Priest. Everybody. Well, no one needs a Lamella. No one needs a Lamella. Come on, baby. Everyone needs a Marked, but maybe for different reasons. Anyway. Oh. Come on, we want to see one more epic. Can we get one more epic? Spirit Host, one of the better rares, but she is farmable. Very, very easy to get early doors. No. Magma Blood is not one of them. I would say, though, as far as epics go, we're obviously terrible for Legos and stuff like that. But as far as epics goes, we got some pretty decent ones there. With Skull Crusher being obviously massive. Doom Priest being absolutely massive. Dark Elhain being solid. And Zagala being really, really solid. Not the worst luck in the world. Not the best. I think this is actually the first time I've seen Gorlos Helmore, though, in action. Look, he looks awesome. Let me open up this in the Champion Select. He looks awesome. Right then, boys and girls, for this installment of this ridiculously crazy Ancient Shard video, we are going on to Kaliri's account. Now, Kaleri is a super early doors account, and there's a lot that could be a massive improvement for this account. So we might focus on a few more rares than we do normally, but we're going to crack straight into it and go through 10 at a time, as always, baby. Let's go! Straight away with Lodric Falconheart. It's actually pretty solid. Talia, really good for that faction. Can cause an awful lot of damage. Not a bad little nuke. And Frozen Banshee, in my opinion, is probably the best poisoner in the game. So, solid, decent-ish, absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Frozen Banshee is huge. So, out of those 10, it's actually a pretty decent pull. Let's go again, baby. Let's go again. Bosh! Chandler, no good. Grinner, no good. Rotting Mage, Magma Blood, Wanderer, Ghoulish Ranger, Chaplain, Thurgris, Spikehead, and Hyra. None of them are worth a damn. I don't really know Chandler that much, but the rest of them not really worth leveling up whatsoever. Food, even at this early stage. Flinger, Rotting Mage, Honor Guard, Ironclad, Blood Mask, Fencer, Greybeard, Ultimate Gaelic, a really interesting champion. Got a HP burn on. As long as he gets an attack up from somewhere else, combine him with Spirit Host or Gore Grab, someone like that, and he will actually start blitzing through the spider for you. So not bad at all. And there's also, really good point, is there's a few of these guys that are actually rares needed for the Raz infusion. So not all bad at all. I'd like to see a little bit more epics right now, though, if possible. Renouncer, Jizzo, it's pretty standard. You get him early. Farmable, Weather Burn, recent. Grave Chill Killer, if you're putting together an early doors clan boss, and even towards some of the later stages, Grave Chill combined with Frozen Banshee can actually knock out an absolute ton of damage. So right, we've got another 20 to do, baby. Come on. Let's see some gold. Might even do the last 10 one at a time. Runic Warder, Gaelic, Grave Chill, Greybeard, Hellfang, Sentinel, Elhain, Metal Shaper, Mars Fearmonger, not all that. Metal Shaper's actually really good. If you're going through Doom Tower, you're stuck on the Scarab at all, Metal Shaper's a really, really good champion for that. I think we'll do the last 10 one at a time, right? Let's smash into it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. We want to be seeing purples. Greybeard. Is Greybeard, I think Greybeard may be one that you need for, or is it Grappler I'm thinking of, that you need for the Raz Infusion? I'm not entirely sure. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about giving us a big Lego. It's thinking about, no, it's not. No, it's not. Metal Shaper again. And book him up for nothing, baby. Come on. Albert. Come on. Cataphract, not really worth a damn. Not really worth a damn. We need to be seeing another epic, man. Come on. Come on. Like, this is what the ×2, especially for voids, for ancients, on your ×2, that's what you want to be seeing is epics. You're saving up for good epics rather than legendaries, because it's very hard to pull a legendary. It's still only 1%, even at the ×2. But you've got 16% chance of pulling an epic. And that's what we want to be seeing. It's purple here right now. Shadowkin Life Taker. I've actually been taking a Life Taker up to level 50 just for the Shadowkin faction, just in case we need them, as and when the faction wars come out. Knights Revenant, Thurgus, last one, baby. Come on. Come on. That was a really bad 10. That was a really bad 10. Goremask coming in there. Not worth it at all. So, did we get anything? Thurgus is there for the Raz Infusions. A good shout. Did we get anything that we could really write home about? Ultimate Gaelic's fairly solid. I believe I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about Lodric Falconheart. I've heard a lot of good stuff about him. If we look at his skills, 40% chance of placing decreased attack. Once booked, it's 60%. Removes all debuffs from one ally, then places ally protection on them. Only the one. And then places a shield buff on all allies for 2 turns, equal to 20% of this champion. This is actually really, really solid, because 20% of this champion's max HP for 2 turns on a 2-turn cooldown could actually be incredibly good about for Scarab as well. But overall, pretty poor 60. Pretty poor 60. Right then, boys and girls, to wrap up this absolutely epic opening video where we've done nigh on 200 Ancients and a couple of Sacreds to boot. We are on my account and we are going to open up my only Sacred, because I thought it just rounds the video up fairly nicely. So, come on, baby. Come on, baby. It's not gold. It's not gold, and at that point, I don't really care who it is. Grimskin, not really going to make a blind bit of difference for me. But, such is life. That's it. Bloody Duchess Del strikes again, eh? Strikes again. But that is going to be it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. If you have, do me an absolutely massive favour. Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. It really does help with YouTube discoverability and trying to get our content promoted. I'd greatly appreciate it, guys. And if you want to catch me on the live stream, it's www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. Links are down below. And I hope to see you over there. You got any raid questions or out like that, I'll do my level best. Do my level best to help you out. But until next time, be smart, be strong, be safe. And I'll see you on the flip side. You take it easy.